Hi, thanks for being in a new video. Let me tell you what I liked most and least about the HUAWEI Pura70 after testing it in case you're considering buying it. So, as always, let me tell you, don't buy the HUAWEI Pura70 without watching this video. Consider its launch price, which in Mexico was 19,999 pesos. Although from the beginning they applied a very aggressive promotion, and it is highly likely that you can find it much cheaper. So if you find it cheaper, we can probably forgive or overlook some of the points I didn't like. Let's start with what I liked the most. It has Conlon glass, which has proven from the tests I've done to be very tough, so it will most likely hold up well to drops. It has variable aperture on the main camera. This is an element that is usually integrated in ultra-premium devices. In this case, we are talking about the most basic model of Huawei's high-end range. It is very good that from this model we do see these capabilities. It also supports an ISO of 409,600, which if you know a lot about photography, maybe you'll be able to take advantage of in some scenarios. Although you might not get up to 409,600, but always having a very high limit is going to allow you to take advantage of a wider range. It also has very good portrait photography with good edge detection accuracy. Even during portrait video recording, it also detects some objects. It also integrates super slow motion of 960 frames per second in Full HD. This is an aspect that you will hardly find in other devices, especially if you find this device very affordable. It also brings a feature to use and control this device using hand gestures. It also includes the Petal Clips editor, with which you get a fully functional video editor without watermarks. So at the software level, it integrates considerably attractive elements. The 66-watt charger is included in the box and is quite fast. In my test with 15 minutes, it got up to almost 50% of the battery, and it got up to 100% in just 44 minutes. So you know this is always a positive element. In fact, in the high end, it is very common for manufacturers to omit the charger, but here it does come included, and it is also very powerful. And it also has a tremendous ecosystem. That is to say that it has a very good variety of accessories that could work together with this cell phone, all from Huawei. So it's a very good thing. Now let me tell you what I didn't like. In low light scenarios, the front camera suffers tremendously. You're definitely going to need well-lit environments if you want to take good pictures with this camera, as even portrait photography at night comes to suffer a lot with that front camera. In fact, even in the daytime, the front camera has portrait photography that could use some improvement. A curious detail is that when this device gets hot, the pictures stop processing, and for example, backlit come out completely burnt and very bad. So you need to be sure that the device is cool enough to have the best camera experience. In the evening, zoomed in pictures, you're going to notice that they don't come out as appealing. Unlike its bigger siblings, this telephoto camera doesn't have such an impressive aperture, so if you don't have a good light source, zoom pictures don't come out as good as we would like them to. In fact, also the ultra-wide camera records very simple at night. It feels like a much lower-end camera. The intermediate zoom before reaching 5x is honestly very bad. It doesn't seem to have as much optimization in that intermediate zoom range to take advantage of the resolution of the main camera. The front video recording is not that good, especially in backlight, where you will notice that it completely burns out the background, and at night you will also notice that a bad quality appears. It also doesn't have an update policy. Although you know that being a high-end device and considering what Huawei has done in the past, yes, it should have good years of updates, although they could get to be delayed a lot. Also, Google services do not come pre-installed natively. Although you know that with microG you can solve a lot of these shortcomings, but it is still a disadvantage. In my multitasking test, I did see app restarts, something that didn't happen before. This is a bit odd behavior, so it doesn't seem to be an expert when you have lots and lots of apps open. Now, it does not have support for 5G networks. At least this in Mexico, and I guess in other countries it will be the same. And for a high-end device, it is definitely something that leaves a lot to be desired. And finally, I do not recommend it for gaming because it does not have so much power, and also because it can be difficult to install several games. But if you already bought it, let me know how much it cost you. For now, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can let me know, and I'll see you next time.